how to avoid pain, how to erase the pain and the suffering in humanity. And this is a very personal question because if you follow my videos, I am not supporter of only good vibes and you have to be happy all the time and prevent pain from happening in your life, because painful situations also can take us to take a look to something we are ignoring that is for our greatest benefit. Example, sometimes people may lose their job because a better paid job, a greater career is waiting for that person. The fear people feel to let go of what they are used to prevent them to reach their highest potential. But what about the people who actually don't even dare to dream? What about the people who believe the way they are right now is how it's supposed to be? Do you really believe you have a set of destiny in your life forever? You have to settle for that? Well, this is what somehow some religions, some society taught people to think that you have to stay in the misery and never wish any better in your life. Oh, it's the fate of God. Oh, that is how it meant to be. And don't get me wrong. As I always say, every single situation has to be examined individually because every person is very different. But what I want to share with you, it's something, one of my passion is to really try it in the best of my abilities to teach people, to help them see they can change their situation they are right now, of course, with responsibility and taking accountability of their life to something much, much better that they don't even imagine can actually exist. Because just not different than you, I had that problem too. A lot of people believe because we are here teaching people certain things, we never go through things, and that's far from the truth. I also go through things, but the difference is, like I'm not going in social media and posting and playing the victim and things like that because I tried in the best of my abilities to see what's the message, what is my part, what is the part of my awareness that create that, or what is the situation trying to help me be aware to get rid of that situation. And this is what I'm trying to teach people, because you can get rid of people. You can get rid of your family, your friends, your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, whatever. But you you will carry your consciousness with you. You will carry your vibration with you. But what is really, really sad is when people believe they cannot desire more. So many parts of the world are full of people that I just saw this story about this gentleman who lost his leg and he was helping his mom. And people saw them and they got together and they were like, let's buy them a prosthesis to this gentleman. And when people got together and got these 500,000, I think it was from another country, prosthesis, leg prosthesis, he was, I don't want it. I already know how to walk like dragging himself. Where in your life you are this man? Where in your life you are so used to the misery that nobody told you can be different in your life? Where in your life you are used to that misery and you don't want to let it go, or you believe you should not let it go because you are used to have the things that are not making you happy? Because anything can change, but sometimes we receive help from the universe and we reject that help. People come and help us, but we ignore to see the help of the universe. Because a lot of people say like, oh, why God is not helping me? Like, bro, help is on the way. Help was there trying to help you and you didn't allow it. So one of the things we also need to learn, or at least start to open a space in your awareness, is the possibility of something greater that we cannot even imagine about. Because a lot of people say, like, yeah, yeah, believe it, but guess what, bro? Sometimes we don't believe it. Sometimes it's hard to know and hard to see, like, okay, this person is broke. Sometimes they're having a hard time imagining themselves receiving more because they believe they have to be this way. So in this very case, in this very range of people, the first thing we have to understand is pushing someone to believe something they're not ready, creating more stress. A lot of people is living a lot of stress because we see people in internet and like, yeah, you can do it. And when they try to do it with the same consciousness, it's hard for them. But that doesn't mean it's not working for them. That only means they have to take a different step to get to that place. And saying every single person has to go through the same X, Y, and Z to work, to use methods. The only method that is always going to work is to recognize your God divinity, the God in you, the God that is creating through you, creating the life of your dreams. Because we have like these filters around us that we've been collecting from many past lives, we believe we are not getting what we want. The only thing we have to do is two different things: remove the limited beliefs or allow that God consciousness to take over our lives. And is where a lot of the times people experience miraculous things happening with them. But the point here is when those things appear, you have to get out of the way. Because a lot of people say like, yeah, 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 send me a message, and then they see the message, they see the steps they should take, and they're like, no, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to forgive. I don't want to be tolerant. I don't want to change. I want things my way. So help is really available for everybody of us, but we also need to allow that powerful force to take over our lives instead of forcing things through our ego and our fears. And this is where you have to be a little compassion. Do have a little compassion, and please go and watch my video, self-compassion, to understand. Till now, most of the things people, all humanity were creating, were out of awareness. Because when we are not aware what we are selecting, we are just creating the by default things we didn't even want. But once you understand this, once you understand that you have the power to decide, then is when things start to be more complicated. So I hope this video give you a little hope that you have, doesn't matter where you are, you have all the power within you. You don't have to go and search in your church, in a YouTube video, in anywhere else, but inside your heart. Talk to that part of you. Talk to that divine part of you and ask them for guidance. And you will receive the guidance. But when you receive the guidance, you have to follow the signs. I hope this helped you a lot, have to transform your life and to know you are worthy as you are right now. Thank you so much for giving me your time and your attention. And as always, I wish you a day full of miracles. I will see you next time. Bye bye.